Before we start this video, this was a suggestion I came up with to make short or longer stories based on Danny's world that are rather creepy or just normal, and audiobook. Like, I just talk and you get some random footage. I just had this idea and some people said it's interesting or good, and I decided to finally try recording an episode of an idea I had longer for a while, because for some reason nobody in the fandom came up with it before or posted it before. If the footage you are about to see is cut or something, this is because I record multiple tracks. Also, I would recommend you all to just have this as an audiobook as it is, because I'm not very skilled with drawing currently. So what I mean is, okay, completely forget what I'm about to say. What I want to say is just that I hope you enjoy the story. I came up with it myself. It's pretty unscripted, and I'm not good at this whole creepypasta thing. I once tried it when I was younger and was cringe as frick, but I was like 10 years old, so you can't blame me. I will try it again. And if there are some words you really dislike of the way I spell, or you just want to feel like, oh wait, this is not correctly, English is not my mother language, so I might have slip-ups. Regardless of that, I hope you enjoy, and if you have other story ideas, or you want to, like, I don't know, another part, then feel free to tell me. I'll be there. Horror games were always my thing in a way. Like, I love seeing those gruesome monsters chasing, or those puzzles in between when you try to escape in a horror house. But one horror game, it wasn't even scary to me till I had something certain happen. Not long ago, I didn't have much money left to buy myself a new game, and all the other games got boring. So my friend told me, hey, have you checked on Roblox? They have good horror games. I felt cringe actually downloading Roblox and trying it out. I mean, it's a children's game. A problematic one at that. But my friend told me that he knows a cool game. So we tried it. Danny's World, it's called. I honestly didn't expect much. It's a mascot horror after all, and mascot horrors, well, they lost their spark pretty quickly after they first time released. They literally have only one purpose. You play them, and you escape. I mean, good. Other horror games aren't better, but Danny's World? Seriously? On the first sight, it didn't even have any horror elements. At least newer games had, like, I don't know, at least the audacity to try looking creepy by adding shadows or something. But I didn't want it to make my friend sad, so I agreed on playing. I just boxed and had my first starter, thinking it would be easy. The twists in the game were sure a bit creepy when you're like playing on blackout, but all the game is literally just go and survive. And when the twisted suddenly comes around the corner in the middle of the darkness and you couldn't see it, it's pretty unnerving, to say the least. And some twists are usually pretty annoying, so sure, the game can be creepy. It's just not. I used to only play it with my friend, but somehow, well, he quit. Pretty rude, right? I mean, he introduced me and now I'm stuck with it. He keeps telling me to keep playing, and afterwards he just abandons me for the game? Not nice. but it's okay. I never played the game alone, to be honest. So trying it out alone, without guidance, without a constant distractor, feels pretty nice. I was able to unlock scraps after a while. Pretty bad stats, but people keep saying that Goop is a good character, and I need her for this. One day I decided to finally host a run. I never did that before, but playing alone on long time is pretty much the most annoying thing in the whole world. When I hosted the run, I noticed that barely anyone was on the server. I mean, okay, I had it before. Dead servers are apparently a thing. I learned that from my friend. Sometimes a server just can die out. But this server is pretty much dead. Only like 3 players, including myself. Luckily, from God knows where, we were able to pick up a Tisha. Well, however, this Tisha, she had no username. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm aware that there's sometimes a bug where a character does not show their username. But throughout the entire game, I know that names can load, but this Tisha just didn't have a showing username. Maybe she was a hacker and just tried to disguise her name. That would make sense, to say the least. I was struggling with some twisteds. Of course, my speed wasn't enough to catch anything. So, while I was running away, Tisha suddenly used her boost and I was able to get away without taking damage. Pretty actually kind. I didn't know how to react, so I just typed in chat, "Thank you." She replied with a smile. The weird part is, though, that even in chat, her name is just shown as Tisha. Okay, I mean, you can add display names in Roblox, so I thought they just did it as a joke. Probably just making clear that they're a roleplayer or something. We didn't come as far as we thought, though. My other team members died pretty fast. So it was just me and Tisha, but somehow I didn't die. We somehow always managed to find a bandage or anything that I didn't die. Tisha didn't even seem to take damage at some point. She was probably some pro player. That's what I told myself. But she was also pretty quick on anything else. And her ability didn't seem to have to cooldown. Like, I'm not kidding. She used it twice in a row, which didn't make sense. I was pretty sure at this point that she was a hacker. Because she also kept walking to spaces that probably have an invisible wall. So while I was just doing my job and chatting with Tisha a bit, I noticed that the way she talked seemed pretty off. She was specific. And I don't mean it in a weird way. She just used words that didn't make sense or no normal human would use. At some point I thought maybe she's a bot, but my friend told me that there are no bots in the game. So, why? Why was she able to do that? What she did? Or why did she act like that? I didn't bother much thinking about it. She seemed so nice. and she helped me a lot going through the game. I finally finished Scrap's Mastery and was able to get enough Ico for Goop as well. Of course, I told her that, and she only laughed and was like, "What?" That confused me. Like, why does she seem so confused about that? And then she asked me, "What mastery?" Okay, that was weird, certainly. But I didn't bother. She was so weird in general, but so kind. After a very good while, I had to stop playing. It was getting late and I had school tomorrow. So I wrote in chat, "Hey, can I add you? So we can play again soon. You're nice." And she just answered with a question mark. I just ignored it. I'll just send her a friend request and then break up the game. That's what I thought. I opened the Roblox menu to send her a friend request, but she was nowhere in the game list. I closed the menu again, thinking she left, but she was still standing in front of me. I wrote on chat, "Why aren't you in the game list? Are you some hacker?" Suddenly, her in-game sprite. I don't know how, but it switched to her hurt face. Like when a toon gets hurt. But she wasn't getting hurt, she just stood there and had this expression, like in roleplay mode. And then she just wrote in chat, "You're one of them. How come I didn't notice?" And she just left. But not in the game sense. She just ran away. I couldn't catch up with her. Somehow she just was gone. I didn't know how she did it. And I never saw her again afterwards. She was just gone. Next day in school, I told my friend and asked if he knew if hackers could even do that. He didn't first believe me, but he told me that hackers can't do stuff like that. And whatever that was also couldn't have been a glitch. We still don't know to this day what that was. But ever since, the game felt different. More like we're not supposed to play it. We don't belong there. In a sense of that. I still haven't seen this Tisha ever again, and I sometimes wonder where she even ran off to. I tried to find something on Google, but no results. She just wasn't there. To be never seen again. I hope you liked this one. I'm not good at telling stuff, and this was pretty cringe. I hope you liked this, whatever this was. I know it was pretty cringe. I hope you liked this, whatever this was. I know it was pretty cringe, but I couldn't think of anything better. I always had this small idea of just imagine you play a game and then you make friends with somebody and realize they're not an actual person. And then they just disappear. Anyway, if it was cringe, I will never do this again. But if you liked it, thank you. I don't understand your brain. I talk too much. I can't talk anymore. Thanks for watching.